Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's stream. I know that it is, just a couple of days away from Christmas, so maybe there will be somebody here. I don't know. So let's look into what to do today. I kind of gathered all the Christmas things. Oh, hello, Jen. Welcome. And I've gathered a couple of things that I thought it's a little bit of a cleanup on the table. What's a Christmas? Yeah, there will actually be a lot of things going on in my family during Christmas time, so I won't be online as much, but I thought look through all the bits and pieces that we have here in creating something because I've gathered so many things and kind of forgot about them. So let's just start with this little thing here. Because at the start of the season, or like in the beginning of it, I kind of gathered everything in here, but I somehow forgot that I had every little bits here. 24. Look at it. In this little bin, all of this. We need to do something about it. See all that. Those could be kind of nice. And lots of words. This is crazy when thinking about it. All these things. So what about making a little bit of some little clusters or something? Oh, big hugs to you too, Jen. Thank you for being here. Let's see. I definitely need to use these. Or this one isn't really Christmassy, so we'll put that one away. But I feel like a little bit of a cleanup is necessary because I have so many things planned for the upcoming year, but there will be a lot of fun things. Have to run errands, of course. No problem at all, Jen. No problem at all. We will start by using this memo card or whatever it is. Seriously, totally forgot about the name. We will have to glue this one on because this is flimsy. So let's see. Maybe I will use them in my little journal or put them in my December daily later on this month. We will begin like this. Silly adult, that's just how it is now. Now, when getting close to Christmas. So let's see, this isn't even straight, but we will cut it down to size. Hello, Kevin. Welcome. Let's see if we can kind of make something out of all this mess here. And this is just a tiny little part of things that I've collected. So, and I looked through YouTube earlier on today, or actually, during the whole day, really, but earlier on for like an hour and a half or so. And there is a lot of people online right now, and people that doesn't really usually do streams, so it is really fun. It's really fun to look up all the all the community buddies. That's what they are. So let's see. Ring in the new year. Oh, that, I don't know. What are we going to do with you, little thing here? Or do we even have things to add to you? When doing this, you can approach it in different ways. Either you have it totally planned, but me, I don't know. I don't know. Let's just start. That's what I'm kind of thinking sometimes. And of course, you know, as you all know, I'm doing this in, evening time for me, but I can definitely see that many of you overseas needs to do your errands during the day. Let's see, this one, kind of feels like I do want to use what I have here first, but I'm not sure. Is it that I kind of need to cover the whole thing here? I'm not sure. I don't know. I will leave this one. And then I will actually go into using this instead. Let's see if we can glue that. This is, to me, traditional Swedish meatballs. So that will definitely be a little tag used in the December daily. And this is really me creating. I'll go back and forth in sometimes so, sometimes just, adding things. Let's see, we will use that Santa in this one. So I hope that you have a wonderful day, Tuber Chat, in preparing. Have you done all your Christmas preparations? This year, I don't know, but it kind of feels like I'm not really preparing for anything. Because last year we were only like family, and this year we are going to keep it really, really small too. So, and I find it really relaxing. I don't know. The kids like it, and me and my husband. Kind of feels, I don't know, a little bit strange, of course, not being able to celebrate like we used to. But we have kind of gathered the family in different types of weekends almost. So we started to celebrate Christmas last weekend. Let's look into these words. The words here, they are from Christmas Christmas word list that Cara Brandon has. I found it in her group on Facebook. Let's see, reindeer, mistletoe, bells, fireplace, wrapping, hot cocoa. There is a lot of words, but not the one that I'm kind of looking for. Fudge. Let's see, angel. I'm thinking, what about going mistletoe? But I will cut it down because it's a little bit too big for this little tag. But I do like the red around it, so I will put a little bit of a border around it anyway. I like to emphasize it a tiny little bit here. Like that, and then let's see, do I want to have it glued there? Sometimes this gluing process is easy, but sometimes, I don't know. There, we need to have it further up. And so we're going to put this little tag would be kind of to have it like that. And this one says jul, and that is Christmas in Swedish. So we will just glue this one down. Have it on the side like this, even though you could put it on top, but I liked it like that. Let's see, do I want to have like part of the ornaments here? Maybe this one. It's a little bit of a puzzle when doing these things. You just have to rearrange and things like that, going back and forth. We will leave this as is, and I will sew around it. And then I actually found this one, and that is definitely in need of a word. I will go with this one just because I had it ready to go. It's a traditional Christmas. I think, I don't know, but I think that it will fit just like that, and it does. But yet again, the red around. So all people watching, are you prepared? We here in Sweden, we celebrate Christmas on Friday. So everyone is all over the place right now in stores and things, gathering up the last little bits of preparation that's needed. We'll go in with a little bit of faux stitching on this little card. And these are faux stamps. So this isn't a real stamp. And then we have this tiny, I don't know. I'm all for tiny little things. It is kind of cute to have. Let's see. Am I going to use parts of this? Kind of strange. This one is a little bit bigger. It needs to go there, definitely. But I do feel that I need to back it on something or somehow. So let's go into another little scrap pile of things that, I don't know, And we all have scrap piles of things. Little red bits and pieces of paper. Let's see, this one will fit. It's all use up time. So we will place those to the side. And then glue this red paper. Hello, hello, Buying Space. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you. Let's see, there is a little bit of a pattern difference. I do like the darker red, so we will go with the darker red side. And cut this one out. And for those of you who don't know, I am making a December daily journal. So these little bits and pieces that I now am making are going in this one later on. So with a little bit of a sneak peek, this is my kind of a daily journal diary type thing. I write a little bit on each day during every month really, but I also decorate each day in different ways and putting in all kinds of bits and pieces of everything, and this will be a part of those little bits and pieces. Let's see, don't want to have that ticket there, 24. It will almost cover the whole thing. Let's use this instead. And I do need to have a little bit of, not as white as this. This is a regular magazine, but I do like to use vintage photo. And just have it a little bit more vintage looking. That's what it is. But so we'll just glue this one down. Let's see, like this or something like this. And then you might think that I will throw the other part of this away, but that's not quite how it works. So I will save this one because, you can still use parts of it. But then, of course, we kind of need to cover bits and pieces. Like this yellow type thing down here. That is a definite no. Sometimes I leave it as it is, but sometimes I just feel like we need to do something. So I will glue that one down. And this is actually tickets from craft store with circus theme on the one side, but I don't use it, so I will take the back part of it to create something else. So let's see. For this specific piece, I think I will go with the sewing machine around it. And then what to do with, let's see, can we cover it with some little bits and pieces of this maybe? little snowflakes, and no one will ever know that that one was there to begin with. I will actually put, let's see, put that one down there somehow, just to have it a little bit more of a thing here. So I will leave it like this for now and sew all around it like that. And then maybe, like, I don't know, maybe something else too. Depends on what mood I am when sitting by the sewing machine doing all these things. And then these. I was thinking about using them somehow, but I'm not quite sure how. These might be used on New Year's decoration thing, so I will leave those. But these ones, are they going as small little journaling cards or tag type things? That's my first thought on this one. But I definitely need to back them because, you know, these are flimsy paper, so I always back them before use. Yep. Just glue, glue, glue again. A lot of glue. I don't know about you, but to me, I have certain things in crafting that makes me more relaxed than others. One of the things that I love a lot, that is doing glue books or even like masterboards, just gluing down pieces of paper and, you know, it is a matter of not really thinking at all, even though you are creating something. Or just have paint and make like a painted paper, or could be like even like printed paper or copy paper, and just have all kinds of different colors or splatter paint, or, you know, do things like that without even thinking. That's the best. That's definitely the best. We will just go up here and cut away a little bit of a thing here. And this is just to make it a little bit stronger. Nothing else. I would say that, of course, you can use this and write a little tiny bit on the back side, but I don't know if I will do that. But it's a little bit more sturdy if you want to have it, let's say like this pocket that I made, if you want to have it on here, or if you want to tuck it in the pocket, it's a little bit more sturdy to use. This tiny pocket, for instance, like that. So we will do the same with the others to have them a little bit more of a thing here. Let's see if we can even fit two on the same. that one. Yep, we can do that. Then that is always good. A lot of glue. And then, of course, make this happen too. So we will have it at the angle here. And then cut them out. So these could go in. I was thinking about actually having them printed out and do this type of thing, coloring them in and putting them up in the tree, but then realized that I needed to do so many and so little time. That's what it was. So I kind of felt that needs to be done earlier on in the year. See if we can cut this little part off. And sometimes if you don't want to cut it like this, you could go with vintage photo and cover the whole thing so it doesn't show as much. So we will put the other one here. Let's see if I want to put it. Am I dumb in thinking about trying to cut that white part out? You never know until you try and doing things like this. Couldn't be that hard, could it? Seriously. It was harder than I thought, but I'm kind of doing it. And then, of course, hide the little bits and pieces here. Let's see. Let's go. I need to put glue on there, of course. So that was a little bit better. And then I do need to, actually put things in the bin, because I cannot, even though I would love to, I cannot save up on everything. I do have one bigger project that I would like to start today. I am going to work on a big journal throughout next year. A really big one. Really that big that it doesn't really have an end. Kind of feels strange, but I do have my monthly journals that I've had for I don't even know how many years. But I just felt I needed to have a journal that I've sometimes, I think I've called them like happy journals. And I've done smaller versions, like a journal that I've just put in all kinds of things, literally all kinds of things, scrap bits and pieces even. But I thought, what about doing it for the whole year and doing that into a huge journal? Wouldn't that be nice? And I, as you all know, I do like my alligatory mouth journals that are big, as big as you don't really have an ability to close them. This one is a tiny alligatory mouth because I can close it up like this if I just have it tie or something, but if I'll just leave it, it's like this for now. But I would like to have it like really, really huge. So I'm thinking about starting that next year, or even like starting it today, thinking about how I want it to look like. So let's just put these small little bits and pieces in just to have it here. This little pocket is one of those that I've shown you before on the stream. In that case, I used a book page, but you can also use a regular paper of any sort if it is a rectangular shape. So I can show you a little bit like fast with this. Might be a little bit small, but this is a rectangular shape. The only thing really that you have to look into when doing this is to look into the points here of this paper. You have to have them kind of the same height. Doesn't exactly need to be that exact height, but you kind of look into when folding the paper like that. So those will be. And then deciding on how wide you want it. I kind of want to have it in one way, so I will fold that one in, and then the other one at the side. This is, of course, depending on the size of the paper you're using. This is a tiny one, so I will put this side in there. And depending on the size of this, you get, different types of angles there. So you have a pocket there, you have a pocket there, you have a pocket down here, and even one in the back here if you like. You can do it a little tiny bit more wide. And you don't really need glue, but you could put a little tiny bit of glue inside here if you want to have it tucked down. So you have your little pocket like that. Let's just decorate it a tiny bit so it's easier for you to see. And when doing it like this of course is a little small version, but you can take, like I've done, A4 size, European A4 size paper that is a little bit bigger than an 8 by 11 piece of paper, and folding it the same way, and then you get different kind of pockets, the same kind but bigger. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello, and welcome, Boss Live Online. Welcome to the stream. A little bit of a relaxed stream today because everyone is out doing their errands, I think. It's that type of activity thing going around this time of year. So we do have this last thing here. We've done those, a couple of tag bits and pieces. We have this one, that one. We're going to do something with this. Will go in the journal like it is. But these. This is a stamp that says God Jul, and that is Merry Christmas in Swedish. So let's see. We will have to take. I'm thinking about having. And what about having like regular red piece of paper for this one? And going a little bit bigger, of course, because it is the size it is. But we will first glue the red paper on a piece of this index card. Oh, this glue is so extremely warm. It is really strange these days. Like 1.5 weeks ago, we had a lot of snow. I'm talking like 12 inches, 11, 12 inches, something like that. And then suddenly, just within a couple of days, it was like 3 days, it all melted. But now it is freezing cold, but it hasn't been snowing at all. So I don't know what's up with the weather. Am I going with a little bit of a vintage photo again around just to tidy up? So we have that one. Just thinking like that could even like have it like stand out a tiny bit. Listening while working. Good combination of things, Kevin. That is usually what I do. Or preparing something for the family when I'm home, usually listening during like making dinner for the family or doing laundry or things like that. So that is what it's really. Sometimes I'm thinking like, and I don't know if you agree with me on that one, but YouTube could sometimes be like a radio or like a podcast kind of thing, just listening in the background, kind of coming to chat if it is that kind of live stream or premiere or something, and just say something and then go back to do whatever you were doing. This one definitely needs something else. It's screaming like, you can't leave me like this. I will sew around this. But I'm thinking, do we need something else even without the stitching? When doing things like this, I kind of have collected, I don't even know how much of all kinds of things. I kind of like it the way it is, though. Might be adding something red stripes or something. I do like stripes, so let's see if we can cut some out from this yet again. And one of those you save up on bits and pieces because you'll never know when you need them. And of course, I know that people do save up on things, but I don't save like a tiny little piece like this, of course. have to be somewhat of a thing to be, you can't, you literally can't save up on every little bit and piece. I have too much already as it is. So we will just add in a couple of more of these small little stripy bits. Just something. And up here too, I'm thinking something like that up here at the top. Stephanie, welcome, welcome. Looking to adding more of this. It could be kind of addicting, this gluing part. And then it might be that I'll just add in a bigger piece here at the very end there of this card. Let's see, a lot of glue, and of course, baby wipes are really good when having a lot of glue. So, adding a little bit more interest to the card. Are we going down here, or is it a little bit too much? No, I will leave it as is, because that, and then I will stitch all around it. So we have this one, that one, and I've totally missed out on this. These two. And then you can kind of say that I've used up the bits and pieces. I'm really glad. And then, of course, what about these? Definitely need to do, or else they will go in the bin. That's what they will end up, because I can print them out for next year. And these will be backed, so we will go with that one first, because that is easy. And let's think about it. Can we have two on the same? No, of course not. So my kind of a what sometimes. So I hope that you have a lovely day and had a lovely morning. Right now it is almost 8:15 p.m. here. So for me, this is a little bit of a relaxing evening when doing things like this. So either I'll go live like I do on Wednesdays. I actually have a live Wednesday morning Eastern Standard Time. It is Friends Day on a Wednesday on 10 a.m. Eastern, together with another streamer, Vanessa Angel Rose, and a couple of other ones as well. We kind of gathered together, and do all kinds of prompt games, and a little bit of another kind of crafting thing going. So here we have this one, a little bit more sturdy, and let's see if we can put it in this new one that we made. Yep, that will work. That will work. And then this yellow. It might be that I end up gluing this in as they are a little bit more sturdy in the book anyway, but I've kind of prepared for them to be used as small little tags. You could even have these small little tags on your, the presents. I don't have that type of thing. At least not this year. I used to make these kinds when my children were younger, but now when they are a little bit older, they just get their packages and it isn't that a big deal, kind of. We can have this one fixed too, and this one definitely needs a little bit more glue. More glue. And I just realized when looking into the glue, it's kind of getting low on me again. I need more glue. I would say, I'm not 100% sure, but I would say I will go through at least one glue stick a week. So that's a lot of glue, a lot of glue booking, a lot of journaling, and creating all sorts of things. But I love doing that, so so let's look into it. And I won't sew today. Sometimes I do sew, but I won't do it live today. So we have this card that I will sew on, and this card will be sewn on too. This little, I don't even know if I will use it like this, I don't know, but this little pocket, this one, or these are the same as those. This little card, that mini one, that one, and this little lonely thing. It's a little bit sad, but that's how it is. That's how it is. Let's see, let's put that one at the top instead. We could even, put things like this inside it. And I would say that if you are that type of person that makes like happy mail and send up to people, you can definitely make a pocket like this and stuff it with all kinds of fun things. It doesn't weigh much, and it is easy to mail out. That's what I was about to say. These I will use on in New Year's Eve page. So I've kind of made these. That is always, nice to have pre-made. I did find, let's see if we can make something. I did have this one. I kind of found it, but I do like the pattern here at the back. So I'm thinking about using that somehow. This is like a playing card, but I'm going to just have it somewhat glued down like that. I don't know. We're going with 24 like this. For those of you wondering why I'm writing 24, and that's because here in Sweden we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. So, that is the way we do it. Like that was jul again. Maybe going the other way around. I don't know. Let's just leave these for now for another project, one might say. This is an old type playing card too, so it is a little bit, not as good looking, but see, can we make something? I kind of want to use it. I don't want to leave you. That's what it is. I don't want to leave the card. Let's do it on the opposite way. No, I can't decide on what to do, so that one will be left for something else. And then one thing that I have, I don't want to say that I've totally forgot about it, but I haven't thought about it. Are we even allowed to say like that? I haven't totally forgot about it, but I did make this little journal a couple of weeks ago, just to have as a little, fun piece of journal to write in during the Christmas holidays with the kids, and then realized I started the journal on the 17th of December, and I haven't really done anything in it yet. So I do like to do something in it, and I definitely know where to start. I will make small little, almost like tabs, or I don't even know what to call it, but I will definitely make little tab type things. Nothing special, just using washi for this. But I'm thinking, let's, like, for instance, have one up here. And it's just a matter of having it and adding some interest to the little journal. So having it like this, folded on the other side, and have it as a little tab. Nothing fancy, just fun to have as a tab. So I thought, what about starting just putting in small little tabs like this? Let's see, what about having one for tomorrow? And I'm not going to even like have it to use in a special way or something like that. Oh, hello, Selena. Welcome to the stream. I'm just going to have it as decoration. And then might put one in here. Oh, yet again, one of those. It's a really good thing to like watch while doing something else. Thank you all so much for being here. That's, when thinking about streaming like this and having a family with all that in mind, and all of you beautiful people on the other side of the world, me here in Europe in a totally different time zone. That wasn't easy because, of course, I wanted to have the time of day that was fitting to me. But then again, it was hard to find a time. See, I do like to have a heart type thing. Let's look into what about using it here. And of course, with this, as you can see, I have my little owls, in here because I love owls. So these little tabs, just for decoration purposes. So what has happened, if I don't remember totally wrong, Friday 17th of December, let's look into it. I have to, because I had a little bit. Today is Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, and now I'm thinking, thinking in Swedish and talking in English can sometimes be a little confusing. Saturday and yep, that was Friday. And Friday to me is fredag. So we will write fredag. I will just write it here. Just like that. Making a tiny little bit of an effort to do something. I will start with making today's page because today was the last day of school for the kids for this year. They will be back 11th of January, really. So it will be a couple of days, weeks even, of school. So now when thinking about it, let's put in family time here as this is a little tag. No, not tag. It's a ticket, but you can make it as in a text spot and put something here. So I will glue this one in. Like this. And for those of you wondering, because of me having the whole family home from now on until the 11th of January, I won't be as active live as I normally am. I'm going live actually four times a day, 4 times a week, but 2 times a week on my channels and on other channels. But I will be doing my last live stream tomorrow on my own channel on Friends Day on a Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern. And there will be videos out as usual, like every day throughout, as usual. That's what it is. But my live streaming won't be until January the 11th. So that will be a little bit of a thing, I have to have some holiday time and fun things together with my whole family. That's what the holidays are all about. So now I'm going to write, and I am going to write in Swedish. Yeah, so some might understand, I don't know, but it's easier for me to write in Swedish in these. Even though I do like some words and things in English. So I will just write a tiny little thing here and there just to remind myself. Let's see, I could even put that tiny little this in here just to have it like a little bit of a decoration. So I'm putting down small little bits, and I will definitely decorate this more. And I'm thinking, even though it is small one, let's look into it. I totally forgot. 2 inches by 5.5, I might say, kind of 5.5. So it is a tiny one, but I know that it will be filled with all kinds of texts of things that we've done and maybe pictures. I haven't quite thought of that yet. See, I am actually thinking about, let's just glue this one in here, just because of this brown glittery paper. It could be kind of nice to have something there in the corner. So we will use things up, all the Christmas type thing, and then think about, let's see, so I will have to cut the yellow part off. So I'll put it at an angle. And oh, now my hands are literally, wow, they are gluing. And then, of course, poor little scissors here. Let's see. Where are you? I can't kind of find. There. So we have actually done a thing or two in here too. A little bit of vintage photo just to tone down the whiteness in this. Just like that. Adding a little piece of, I don't even know, is it like typical Christmas flowery type thing? Or no, I don't know. But I felt it was kind of Christmas themed. Let's see, do we need something else? Apart from all the writing, of course, because there will be a lot of writing. Not really, not in terms of looking into it so far. Tomorrow, I will just write down for the purpose of having it documented. So that will be the last live for the year tomorrow. But regular videos throughout as usual. Something else maybe. Or are we going to leave this for now? I think we are. So let's work a little bit on the big project, and I am not quite sure exactly how this will end, my big project, And one thing is, I haven't quite figured it out, um, exactly how I want to have it. So that's one thing. But let's look into. I know that I will use. Let's see. I know that I will use a big package, and those of you that are familiar with the crafting community um, and especially the junk journal community. That was the word that I was thinking of. Use these type of things, cereal boxes. And this cereal box, traditional cereal box, nothing special, but let's look into it. Oh, this is an spine for the journal will be 3.5-inch spine. So I'm thinking about using this, of course, cover it all up. This will definitely be covered in, I don't know if I will use, I'm thinking I'm actually going to use fabric to have it covered. But I'm not 100%. It might be that I have fabric and paper, but I will just have to size it properly, as it is a little bit big, this one, but I like it to be. I've decided that I want it to be, so you will actually be with me throughout the whole process. This is meant to be a journal that I will use throughout next year. And I don't really know how this will end. The only thing that I know that I will have this one as a journal that I glue in things that makes me happy and things that have some sort of meaning to me. So sorry for not showing you exactly the process of cutting it apart, but it is big, so to cut it apart in order for me to show you this just in a tiny little bit here. Oh, and as you can see, there are all bits and pieces coming out here. Oh, that was from my diorama type project. Let's see, we have this bottom part. And then I can show you. And of course it will be, this is just the base, really. That's what it is. This is the base. I'm still thinking about it. Will definitely be a 3.5 spine size, but I'm not sure about the height. If I want to have it smaller. So you would think that, sorry for the glare there, I will hold it up like this. I would somehow cut it down to size and use it. I have to figure it out. And the thing with me doing this type of journal, you can see the spine there. I will be using all kinds of things. Normal copy paper, scrapbook paper, even fabric. I don't even know. But this will be a thing I'm looking forward to it, really. I'm still thinking about the height of it. It is kind of big. And I'm thinking, what if I take, let's look into just taking a regular scrapbook paper, like in 12 by 12 piece, like this one, and that will be almost the full size of it, almost. And for me, that is, let's see, that is way too small. Way too small. And I'm thinking, what about going like 9 inches? Is that too small? I'm thinking about the height here, how high, like, how I want it to be. Yeah, I'm thinking going with the height of a 9 inch. I'm thinking out loud when doing this. This is somewhat of a process. Now, with this, I've actually thought about it, like, have to have the right size there, or even 10. Let's go 10, and if I decide on going smaller, I could. That's I don't even like. Yeah, I don't even. My thoughts sometimes. It's all over the place. All over the place. We will go 10, and then I can cut off this like part here that is a little bit destroyed there for this one. And let's see. That was even smaller now, I can see, because of me cutting as poorly as I did right now. So this will be the size. So what about the cover? Taking all the bits and pieces, putting it in the bin here, because I can't really save up on all these bits. The cover will definitely be, let's think about it as a combination of paper and fabric. So let's see. I do have a lot of paper here right beside me, so I will just get those. I will begin by having a look at all the papers here because that's, you will have to be with me on the process. That's what it is. And of course, I do need to have 2 of the same ones because I want to have the same paper on the back side. And one would say, do I even have that? I don't know. A little bit of a combination of everything here. And then, of course, I will add fabric to it too. So let's see. I do have that one, but that could definitely not go on the cover. That one is a nice one to have, but it is. Let's see, do I have 2 of those? do have 2 of these. Is that going to be boring? I have 2. I will have to put those to the side because I have 2 of them. I could go with this one. This would be nice. I don't have a third one there. I do want to have it, and I'm thinking I won't go totally vintage on it, so I will have like happy colors. So that is why I'm not really thinking about, I could go with this, but then add happy colors to it. Like really like circusy type things too. But I won't do like a vintage type thing of totally like cover. And then one thing that I actually thought about is the fact that I need to be able to show it on camera because of all the, dots and everything. It could be kind of distracting sometimes. I do love this paper, but as you can see, I don't know. It is, I don't know. It is a little bit of a struggle when showing it on camera. That one too, that is a little bit of a struggle. Just taking a little sneak peek of everything here that I have. When thinking about like fun covers, I would love to use these types of things sometimes. So just the thought of, if I kind of like it to be that. I'm thinking I will go with those beige ones or like a vintage type thing for now, and then plan it out as I go, as I usually do with all the bits and pieces I do. That is how it works, because I have kind of thought about it, in terms of planning, and I have like literally every time that I do that realize that it kind of blocks me, totally blocks me. So I cannot plan to, when doing it like that. So now I know that I will have the spine covered with fabric or some type of lace. So let's see, do I have it all the way around? Could go. It's just a matter of gluing it down. Otherwise, we won't be, having a little bit of this glary type thing going. Let's see. Glue. And if it kind of feels, not as good as it was intended to be, we could start doing this all over again and cover the cover. So that's the beauty when doing junk journals. Doesn't really matter how the result will be. It's just that it's fun to have something. totally true. Totally true. The base will give me a little bit of something to work on. And I know how I want to have it. Like I do want to have colors on this front. But I don't want to have it like screaming at you. Not totally anyways. Not at the beginning. So when doing the back part of this, let's think about it. I'm not quite sure about the side there. If I want to go like a little tiny bit over or not. Let's see, we'll just take this side of it and cover that. And I'm not doing this like in any particular type order or anything. This is just for me, just for having fun, nothing else. So normally when doing a journal, you could do like, doing this, having it covered and everything. I won't do this because this is my fun journal. I don't want to think too much when doing this. So I will just have a little journal for me, or a big one. This will actually be the biggest one that I've made so far. But then again, I haven't done any journal that will last the whole year. So when doing it like this, hopefully there will be no more glare, or as little as possible. Thank you for being here, Kevin. It was really nice having you. So let's look into it, having it like that. And then the process of cutting it and, have it to use for the cover. Let's see. And this big, I don't know. What have I done? What have I, have I really thought this through? I don't think I've done that because, no. No, that's not just the thing that I do. Let's see. Yet again, outside the camera, sorry for that, but that is just how it's going to be for a little bit. Just because it is a little much. We'll just cut it down like this and then have it. A tiny bit on the spine, but then I will cover that whole thing too, so I'm not really bothered. Let's just glue this part in too. Just to have it glued down. And then of course, when doing it like this, as I haven't really, folded the edges and things like that, that would be a little bit special, of course, but it is easier to doing it like this. So I will cut this part off too. And then we will actually have a little spine to do something with. And I don't know if you are used to doing journals, but when doing the spine, I always leave that till the last bit of the thing I do, just because I haven't decided if I want to have them, look into the journal as a thing, or if oh no, I just realized something really bad. We need to redo this. Or, yep, we'll have to redo that somehow. Let's see. Hopefully that, oh no, all bits and pieces falling here. Sorry for that. I do have to redo that one. Let's see if we can do that. I'm thinking, if I'm thinking right, I don't know about this, but I will have to have the signature sewn in and then cover the spine at least. And that is my thinking right now, just because I want to have it. Do I want to have it like this is the part that I haven't really thought about. But I'm thinking that I want to be able to add more things in. That's the thing. So I won't cover the spine totally before I am kind of finished with it. So I will sew in the things and then cover it. But that won't be like, for at least a couple of months. And that is at least how I see it when doing it like this. That might be even as long as until, summertime, like half a year or something. But then we do have to look into what to do on the cover. And I was thinking about adding, things like this, for instance, just because I can, even though that might be a little hard for you to look at. I don't know. Is that terrible of me, having some vintagey things? Or even have it like, let's see if we can have it as a part of the spine piece at the end. Yeah, we could definitely have it as a spine piece of thing. Definitely. I will save that one. So what else? What else can we do? I want to try something out, so I will have to take my pen and paper and looking into 2022. Isn't that kind of strange to say? When I don't even know. Is this nice? 2022. Thinking about it, and this is just me thinking right now. I don't even know the end result. Just me thinking. So I will have something like this. And then maybe a little tinier like that. And what do we want to do with that? Are those the ones that I'm going to use? It could be. Let's look into using, some color to it. Some pink, and I'm not really 100% going to color it in, but doing something like this. And I do have one thought. I'm not sure that I'm going to use it, but I thought that I could actually add things throughout the year on the cover as well. So that is one thing. Let's see if we can use this. And going the other way around. A tiny bit more pink. Might be that I end up, having this one totally covered or colored in, but I will just try it now. So that would be 2022. Let's look into how that one looks. And I wouldn't say those are like anything specially made or something. This is me, and most of you that are familiar with my channel knows that I am using copy paper for many things, and that is just because I am doing this for myself. Of course, if I'm selling something, I'm definitely not going to use copy paper type things, but I'm not, so as of right now anyway. So this is nice to use and easy to use, I would say. So that is why I'm using it. And of course, when having so many digitals, we always have some copy paper, or most of us. And then, of course, I could have used scrapbook paper and cut things out, but I'm not quite sure if that's me. I kind of want to have the cover represent me a tiny bit. So I'm thinking something like this might be nice. I don't know. This is a thing that might grow on me, so I won't glue them down or do anything, but I have a tiny little idea of how I want it to look, but I'm not 100% sure. And then I know one thing. It might be strange to you, but I feel that I want to hand sew, like slow stitching, all around the cover. So I will do that. But that is a thing that I will have to do during the holidays, because I do realize that takes a little bit of time, definitely. especially like this is cardboard, and I will have to like pre-do the holes and things like that. But I will show you. If you have my Instagram, Mrs. Gigi Crafts, I will put up pictures there and show you the progress of this journal. So that will be fun. Do we need something else? I'm thinking like this cover will grow on me, and I will definitely add throughout the year. And I do know one thing. Just a quick one thing that I definitely see. Let's see, where do I have my fine liner? Where do I have my pen when I need it? There. I will go around. I just had a feeling that I wanted to do that. So I will just go around number 2 all the way. And this is going to be a type of the journals that I've called happy journals before. Nothing fancy, nothing really, really special, or just me having fun, gluing things in, sewing things in, putting all kinds of scrap bits and pieces. So at the end of the year, next year, this hopefully will be a really, really fun journal to look through. And it might even be that I've started another one. I'm thinking about doing, I don't even know how many signatures, but there will be multiple signatures and flips and flip outs and ins and ups and downs, and I don't even I don't even know the end result. And that's the beauty of doing it like this. For me, it is definitely a project that I need right now, because sometimes, at least, I don't like to be so controlling in things that I do. So I just want to have fun. So with a 3.5-inch spine and the beginning of this, this might be a nice journal. So I don't know. I am thinking, let's see, do we have anything else? It's almost like I want to start working this journal as of, exactly right now. And I am going to kind of begin with it, but I'm not going to create any pages or, things like that. But I will kind of go into making the base. And I'm also going to use up really, really much of my scrap bits and pieces laying around, because that is also one of the things that I feel I need to do. So we have actually done a couple of things today, even though this live might be a little bit shorter than normal. Definitely all need fun, definitely. And there will be, at least for me, a lot of things happening next year, so I need to have a little bit of free space of doing just fun things. So 3.5-inch spine, this is started and it's going to be really, really fun. So we have done quite a lot of things today in terms of little scrap bits and pieces. These things, and I will sew on these type of things, and this one, this will go in my December daily. So a little bit of everything in terms of, things that I do. that's that's the thing. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will be back again tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, with Friends Day on a Wednesday. And me and Vanessa, we are going to work on the last prompt theme for December. The last week's prompt is compare this Christmas to last Christmas, and creating something with that prompt. So back here in the background, you see good things going, and I hope that each and every one of you are having a really, really good holiday week, and Merry Christmas to everyone. See you again tomorrow. Bye.